Hey, what's up, people? We're back again. More Celeste. I am sober this time, though. I'm not gonna drink 2 nights in a row just to record videos. But, yeah, we're back. I didn't prepare anything before this recording for the third time. But, hey, that's okay. We're on to chapter 6 now, which I'm not a huge fan of because it's got these golden feathers in it, which I find a little annoying, but hey, that's life. But we also got other new mechanics that we will see here shortly. Like these Gary blocks over here. At least I think they're called Gary. I think that's what I've heard other people call them. You dash into them, they go in the direction you dash. Pretty simple. Yeah, again, I don't really think of anything to say before I start these. Maybe that's because I'm a bad YouTuber, but I just like shooting the shit, you know? Like I said, that's basically what I wanted this all to be. I am having fun recording, though. It is a lot more fun than whenever I used to make my shitty videos. Probably because I'm playing games that I actually like. And actually playing games. Because before I was doing the video essay shit, and I just was not a big fan of it. Just sitting... Because before, I would literally sit down and like write bullet points of what I was going to say, and then I would just record gameplay to have in the background. But now I actually get to play games and talk, which is cool. So yeah, probably expect a lot more editing in this video, because without being drunk, I can understand, how fucking stupid I sound sometimes. So I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna leave that in because I sound like a actually bumbling idiot. I also recorded and edited both those videos while I was drunk, so the editing in at least the first episode was also just as like, haha, I'm still drunk, fuck you. But I am sober this time and will be editing this sober, so this one will either make a lot more sense or just be a lot less funny, and I guess we'll find out. I had to work today, and at my job I handle a lot of chemicals, and so today while I was at work I fucking had to clean up a bunch of shit, a bunch of chemicals that got spilled, and I actually got sulfuric acid on my fingers. So in the middle of the workday, I just had the tips of my fingers burning off, which is pretty funny in retrospect. But whenever it first happened, I genuinely was like, am I gonna have to like go to the hospital or call poison control? Because my fingers were entirely white. Like, I am a white person, but they were, bone white. And then, on top of that, they started having a nice little tingling sensation. And I also started to have pain. So I'm just trying to work my 9 to 5, and I have sulfuric acid burns on my hands, which is cool. My managers definitely did not care, which I think is also pretty cool. I had one manager that was legit just like, oh, well, is it bad to touch? And I was like, I look at my finger. I mean, you tell me, brother. And I had another one who laughed and was like, aha, well, keep an eye on it. If your finger starts falling off, let us know. And I'm like, all right, that's not funny. What if my finger did fall off? What if I had necrosis and you're just sitting there making light about it? Ridiculous. We had someone try to steal from the store the other day, and the policy in our store is, you don't try to stop them, as most stores do, because you don't want to put your life in danger for, a couple $100 worth of merchandise. But the person stole so much that we were like, what the hell do we do about this? They have an entire cart full of like hundreds of dollars worth of merchandise. And it was one of those situations where we're like, I know we're not supposed to do anything, but this lady is walking out of here with so much. So we didn't do anything. I went outside and saw her license plate as she was leaving, and I saw where she was like walking towards. And so I was able to. I told my manager, and our manager calls the police, and like an hour later, there's multiple cop cars sitting outside of our workplace, and they have this lady in the back seat, and they are counting out every piece of merchandise that she stole. And we had to navigate the entire store to try and find every little thing that she stole, because we needed to give the police a correct, count of the price, because I think it changes from like misdemeanor to felony depending on the amount of items or, the cost that was stolen. And so we're all rushing around trying to be like, all right, well, it says we have 12 of these, but we only have 11. It says we have, 10 of these, we have 10. Trying to figure out what all she stole. And the entire time, there is a woman and man in a police car just sitting outside of. So if there was a cut there, it's because I realized I said the name of the store that I worked at, and I probably shouldn't do that for legal reasons. But there was a cop car sitting in front of our store, just with these two people sitting in it, and all the customers have to walk by them to get in the store. So for like an hour, while we're working and while the customers are trying to shop, we have to keep explaining to people like, oh yeah, they stole stuff, so they're being held by the police and blah blah blah. And that was quite fun to witness, because we all do it, but whenever you're out and about and you see like cops doing something, you're always kind of like, ooh, what's going on over there, because we're all gossiping little bitches. So many customers were asking what was going on, had to explain it so many times, but it ended with them getting arrested and us counting the merchandise, and that was that. Just a pretty funny story of people trying to steal and not being successful, and then being not only trying to steal and being unsuccessful, but stealing, being unsuccessful, and then getting forced to sit in front of the store that you stole from and have multiple people walk by and be like, hey, what's going on? And everyone's like, oh yeah, these two dumbasses just tried to rob us, so we're counting the merchandise. Which I feel like the shame of that is almost worse than getting caught by the police. Because, oh my god, I cannot imagine sitting there for an hour and just watching all these people stare at you and smile and be like, haha, fucking idiot. God. One other funny thing that happened doesn't involve the police, but we had a child and a mother and a grandmother that were all shopping in our store, and the child had lost their cell phone. So, of course, we're all about customer service, so I had to spend a good portion of my shift helping this family look for a phone. I'm talking like 2 hours straight of looking for a fucking phone inside of an entire store. And the entire time, I've been like, are you sure it's not like in your pocket and you just forgot? Or, something like that in your purse? And the child's like, no, I'm so sorry. Because her mom's real white trash, sitting there yelling at her, being like, this is why I didn't want to fucking get you anything. And so I want to help the child find their phone, so their mom shuts the fuck up and stops yelling at her. So it's a whole 2 hour ordeal of me being like, okay, well, did you check here? Did you go to the restroom? Did you go into a fitting room? Blah, blah, blah. And finally, after genuinely looking forever for it, I see the child's hoodie on the shopping cart, and I was like, I probably shouldn't just reach into their stuff, but I want this to be over with. So I reached in it and reached in the pocket, and there was nothing there, and I was like, okay, that's good. I'm glad you're not a complete idiot. And then I checked the hood of the hoodie, the part that goes over your head, and it was in there. And I was so mad, because it is such a child thing to do, to place something inside of some weird ass spot and completely forget about it, and then make everyone worry. And I was so heated. But I found it for him, and that damn child tried to give me $20 And I was like, oh, fuck, I'll take it, you know? I spent 2 hours of my shift, you know, working for you guys, basically, just to get you your phone. So I was willing to take it. And my manager was like, oh, no, he can't accept tips. And I was like, okay, why, first of all? I gave up my actual job to just search for a phone. I feel like I deserve recompense. One other thing that I wanted to mention / bring up to the anyone who watches this is I would like to start a podcast, which I know is the most white male thing that you can ever say is, hey bro, let's start a podcast. But me and a friend of mine have been debating the idea of making a podcast for a while now, and I think it would be fun because we're really stupid and we say a lot of dumb shit, but we also like talking about like actual topical and relevant things to the world. So I think it would be pretty fun to have a goofy little podcast where we can just shoot the shit even more than I already do on the channel, but actually have someone else to bounce things off of, instead of me sitting here and then having to fucking edit out the 2 minutes it takes me to figure out what the fuck I want to talk about next. So I am thinking of doing a podcast, which would be very fun, I think, and I think it would be funny to watch or listen to, I guess. Watch, probably. We probably wouldn't record in person because I don't have a camera for that yet, but I would definitely like to record it at least, and we'd have an audio thing. Probably still upload it on YouTube, even if it was audio only, because I don't know how Spotify or Apple Music or any of that shit works. But yeah, so, you know, in the future, if you see a podcast from us, we have no idea what it'll be called, but oh my god, I just got absolutely fucking demolished. Oh my god. We don't know what it would be called or anything, but if anyone does watch this and thinks it would be interesting to hear another random white guy's opinion on anything, you know, let me know if you think it would be fun. Because I think there's not enough podcasts out there with two white guys talking, you know? There's a real gap in the market for it, so I think we could really fill in that spot. Speaking of podcasts, any of y'all watch Creepcast? Wendigoon and Papa Meat Canyon, Isaiah and Hunter, whatever you want to call them. Super entertaining, and if you're into horror at all, highly recommend them. They review like old creepypastas and Twitter ARGs and mostly stuff from r/nosleep, which is a lot of just little horror stories that people have made. If you ever heard of the Stairs in the Woods story, like a relatively newer story, but also I think a certified classic, it came from r/nosleep. So I think it's a great podcast, and if you're into that kind of stuff, I would highly recommend it. Plus, they're absolutely hilarious. My god. I don't know if there's any funnier individual on YouTube than Papa Meat. I think his content is so funny. And it's what I love about it, too, is that it's, you know, quote-unquote vulgar. And YouTube is so family-friendly and so fucking clean nowadays. I feel like I'm in a goddamn laboratory with how artificial and fabricated everything is on YouTube. So to have a YouTuber who makes videos about fucking fetishes, like, you know, diapers, like a diaper wearing fetish, and liking to be an animal pet play, to make videos on topics like that, I think it's so awesome to have someone on YouTube who still just makes absolutely unhinged content, but it's original as hell. Like, who else on YouTube is gonna make a video about pet play fetish culture other than Papa Meat? And he does so much good shit too, like so much stuff on his own channel without Wendigoon in it. Oh, god damn it. He does movie reviews, like reviewing all of the Saw movies, all the Leprechaun movies, and it's so great because I love horror, and hearing someone else just nerd out about horror for a while is great. That's another reason I love Wendigoon. If you've ever heard his channel, he just makes the most unhinged conspiracy theorist shit, I think, out of any YouTuber on YouTube. Like, I hit one of his more recent videos was about the hidden cheese vaults underneath America, because cheese is somehow that important to our economy. And I just find that great. He also makes like real life, not real life, I don't know what I'm talking about, fictional videos about fictional things. Holy fuck, I can't think. So like Mandela Catalog, Greylock TV, stuff like that. Those horror analog series I was talking about in my last video. He makes videos reviewing them and talking about them. And it's so nice, because obviously it's better to enjoy the content on its own. Like, it's better to just watch the Mandela Catalog and watch Greylock TV. But it is so fun to sit there and listen to this juicy-lipped man talk about things for 5 hours straight. His Blood Meridian video is one of my favorites. God. But anyway, back to the game I'm actually playing that I should pay way more attention to. We just unlocked Double Dash because we made peace with our inner demons. So, you know, if you're struggling in life, just get past your inner demons and you'll unlock the ability to Double Dash. I don't know what's so hard to understand about that. But yeah, that's why the character's hair is pink now, because now we can dash twice. Woohoo! But yeah, anyway, Wendigoon, great YouTuber. Papa Meat, great YouTuber. Check both of them out. Check out Creepcast. Oh my god, they're so good. Alright, we're on to the last level, quote-unquote last level, of the game. It's the last level of the normal game that we'll probably get to. In this one, you have your double dash for the whole thing, so it allows for much more creative levels. Like this one right here, where you gotta go all the way around, loop-de-loop. I love the double dash. This is my favorite level in the game, the Summit, Chapter 7, because you just unlock so many cool mechanics, and it unlocks so many new avenues to play the game. I did think of another story to tell while I was in between the cut there that I made. Not at the current job that I'm working at, but at another job I worked at, I had to help customers with electronic issues. Not like an IT job, but more like, you know, what kind of copper wire should I buy if I'm installing a hot tub, that kind of thing. And they hired me, and I was like, I don't really have any experience with electrical stuff, so like I'll need to be like trained so I can, you know, actually help the customers. And they were like, oh yeah, no, we'll train you. You'll understand what's going on, because, you know, it's kind of important. If you want to install a hot tub or an AC or whatever, you need to know what kind of wire to use, or the wire will not be able to handle the current going through it, and it'll fucking explode. So I was like, yeah, I'll need trained on that, but other than that, you know, I'm good with customer service. I've done that before. And they were like, oh yeah, no problem. So I get the job, and I start working there, and on my second day there, where I'm still watching the training videos, they're like, hey, we need you on the floor right now. And I was like, excuse me? And they were like, yeah, a guy called off, so you have to go out there and help the customers and answer the phone and answer people's questions. And I was like, I have no idea what any of this stuff is. Like, we sold fuses, like, for houses and whatnot. And he was just like, yeah, well, you know, we need you out there, so just try your best. If you need any help, just call for your manager. And so that's what I did, because I didn't know anything about any of the electrical stuff I was talking about. So I'd have a customer come up to me and be like, oh yeah, I need a wire that can handle this many volts running through it or whatever the fuck. And I'd be like, okay. And then I'd just call my manager over, because I don't know. And so my manager got so tired of that, he was just like, just help them the best you can. You know, I got things to do. I can't help you with every customer. And I was like, okay, but the best I can do is nothing, because I don't know. And he was just like, you'll do your best. You'll be fine. So I helped so many people. I helped so many people get electrical stuff that I have no idea if it worked or not. I mean, the amount of people that I was like, oh yeah, this wire can handle that. I have no idea. I had no idea what wires could handle what. And I feel like that's a lawsuit waiting to happen, so I'm going to be extra careful and not naming, any of the people or the company. But, yeah, I told a lot of people just random shit because the company never fucking trained me, and I needed a job. So yeah, that's pretty funny. I might have caused someone's house fire, which is awful to think about, but I mean, what the fuck am I supposed to do whenever you throw how old was I? Like a 19-year-old kid into a job that he doesn't know how to do his actual job, and you're just like, do your best. You'll be fine. It's like, no, maybe you should actually train your employees. So yeah, that was a fun job that I had. I was terrified all the time of like actually hurting someone. So I ended up not being there very long because I got very upset at the fact that I had no idea what to do. I did not know how to actually do my job, and they refused to actually teach me anything. So that was very fun. Damn. But yeah, I have worked a lot of different jobs because, I don't know, I'm lazy and I don't like working, but also because, I don't know, different things are fun. But that was not a fun job. Trying to figure out people's electrical problems for them, not a fun job. Especially when you don't fucking know how electricity, not how electricity works, but when you don't know how things are supposed to be. Like, I don't know what kind of wire you should use for anything. And that was my job. The best part of the job was that I could help sell light bulbs to people. And I like lighting and how lights work, so I was able to help a lot of people with light bulbs because your boy likes light bulbs. I can't believe I just died. But yeah, that was the best part of the job. The rest of it was god awful. I hated every second of working there because someone would come in and be like, oh, I need a fuse that can handle this much of this running through a house with this, and this. And I legit would be like, I don't know. I'll get my manager. Or I'll get someone else who's working because I cannot tell you anything without risking you somehow dying. So what's the moral of the story, kids? If you don't know what the fuck your job is, maybe just tell them that. Just tell your employers, like, hey, I don't have any idea what I'm doing. Because at the job I'm at now, they're much more receptive. Where if I'm like, hey, I don't really understand this, they're like, oh, okay, well, here, let me show you this, and this is how you do this. And they actually have training. We have like training days where they'll teach us stuff. So, get a job that actually wants you to not be a piece of shit, and that'll actually allow you to help people and not just be a fucking corporate shilling machine. I don't really know what the point of that story was, other than to say, haha, I might have caused a house fire. Am I going to get into legal trouble for talking about this? Oh, damn it! I will say that whenever I play Inscription, I will probably have a lot more things to say, because one of the only reasons why this game is so much more rambly, and kind of why I chose it to be the game that I started, recording videos with again, is because this game doesn't require a lot of focus. Like, it does. It's a platformer, and that's probably why I've died so much while I've been recording these, because I mean, I've beaten this game so many times that I could probably deathless most of the levels, but it's still, like, whenever you're talking and doing something, it gets harder. But also, I have to think about things to say, and I am not good at that yet, so I just kind of ramble, and then I spend time thinking about what to say, and that makes it a lot harder to play the game. So, for Inscription, whenever I play that, it is a much slower paced game, so not only will I have more time to just like chill out and be like, oh yeah, this is what I want to say, but also I can actually talk about the game I'm playing, because Although I could sit here and, you know, be like, okay, guys, so here's what we're going to do. In this level, we need to dash twice here to get the bubble, to dash up, to jump up here, to get this, so that we can refill our dash, then drop down here and hit the spring and do that. Like, I could do that, but that's not entertaining at all. So I'm not going to do it. But, and the reason why I chose this game to be, like, you know, my return story back to YouTube was I know it like the back of my hand at this point. I can get through most of the levels pretty easily, even while talking and not focusing on the game. But it allows me to just bullshit and say whatever the fuck I want, which is either a good thing or a bad thing, because so many times I have ran out of things to say while playing it. But I think it's also good practice to make me a better YouTuber and better at talking, I guess. Holy fuck. Oh my god, that was a gamer move. Maybe I'm a gamer. Maybe I can pull it off somehow. Nope. I think it will be easier. Oh my god, I fucked it up again. Oh my god, I'm a fucking gamer. Holy shit, did you guys see that? That was insane. Anyway. I think Inscription will be a much easier game to like play and commentate over. Because, again, I'll be able to actually talk about like the deck I'm building, what I'm going for in that game. This game is a lot more just me rambling, which I think can be funny. Like, I think the first episode I did was pretty funny. Second one's not very funny, and I don't think this one will be very funny either. But, hey, maybe you're just here for the sick, nasty gameplay. This is also the longest level in the game, so this video is probably going to end up being pretty long, because I did the last 2 chapters in the same video, so it's probably going to end up being a pretty long one. Which means that's even more time for me to ramble about absolutely nothing. Let's go! I would also like to make videos with some of the friends that I have. I mean, that is entirely up to them, so I can't like guarantee there's going to be videos in the future where I have other people on here with me. I would like to, though, because goddamn, whenever I'm playing games with some of my friends, it is so funny. At least we find it funny. So I feel like it could be funny to actually make a video out of us just playing some random game. The Sons of the Forest is a big one that I would really like to play with my friend and, do like a playthrough of. And just doing more of a funny moments kind of video, not really like Celeste here, where I'm playing through the whole game and just rambling while doing it. Because if you haven't seen Sons of the Forest, that game is so good. I love that game a lot. I like survival games, and Sons of the Forest, I think, is one of the better ones that has come out in a long time. So, being able to play that and make videos on it would be pretty goddamn epic, I'll be honest. Also, I'm sorry that I'm sober in this one. I do think I am probably funnier while drunk, so that's probably going to contribute to the lack of great comedy. As you can tell, I still can't talk worth shit, whether I'm sober or drunk. I'm still awful at talking. Oh, you know what I do want to talk about, actually? You know what upsets me a lot? Is how unfun holidays become whenever you're an adult. I don't care about almost any holiday now that I'm an adult. Like, Christmas and whatnot, not even fun. I don't like Christmas anymore, which sucks, because it's meant to be a really nice holiday. Like, Christmas is supposed to be like, oh, get your family together. Also, check that skip. You don't have to hit that green button. Well, and I died. But, like, Christmas is supposed to be, like, this great time for getting the family together and being all happy and whatnot. Damn it. But it's just so... I don't like it. I don't like getting with the family. So it's no longer fun of, like, oh, yay, I get to go over to Grandma's house and get presents and get to see all the family that I don't ever talk to because we live in different states or whatever. Now it's like, okay, I gotta buy a gift for this person, and I gotta buy a gift for this one, because if I don't buy a gift for them, then they'll feel bad, and, if I'm gonna get one for them, I have to get one for this person, too, because if they find out they got a gift, but they didn't get one, they'll get mad. It's awful. And I now understand why my parents hated Christmas so much, because I wouldn't want to do it either. Why would I want to just have a holiday where I'm basically guilt-tripped into being friendly with people. So yeah, growing up, holidays just suck so much more. And like Halloween, I still enjoy a lot just because of the vibe and the atmosphere. You know, I'm a horror fan, if that hasn't been clear. So I still like that aspect of like Halloween. But oh my god, it's so much less fun when you're an adult. Because I also live in an area where I couldn't pass out candy if I wanted to. So I don't even get to like see children's costumes or whatever. So I'm just stuck on Halloween just being like, oh, yep, I'm going to sit at home and play video games and by myself or whatever. The only nice things about Halloween as an adult is people who throw Halloween parties and you get to dress up still, which I love doing. Absolutely love dressing up for Halloween parties. So that's like the best part of Halloween as an adult. But most holidays just suck as an adult. Oh, and you want to hear a controversial opinion too? The 4th of July is the most useless fucking holiday ever. There is not a single reason for the 4th of July to be a holiday. It's like, oh guys, let's get together and blow shit up because we're proud that our country is failing. And I'm proud that I'm an American. You know, I'm proud that years ago our forefathers fought for independence and equality. No, they didn't. They still own slaves. And I'm proud, and I want to celebrate my ancestors and all the great things they did. You know, I got a crazy idea. Maybe, you know, honor your ancestors by doing something good with the country and doing something good with the privilege they gave you of getting to found a fucking country. I hate 4th of July. Especially as an adult, because then you realize how awful fucking the world is, and you're like, oh, we celebrate America? Really? Christopher Columbus Day, too. That's just a free day off school. As an adult, it means literally nothing. It's like, oh, yay, Christopher Columbus Day. I can't wait to go to all the Christopher Columbus parties people are throwing. Easter? What the fuck's the point of Easter? I'm gonna say it. I don't understand. Who is Easter for? Because I know it's supposed to be a religious thing. Like, it started as it's, you know, Easter Sunday or whatever. But it's a big fucking bunny. Why is the mascot of Easter, a religious holiday, at least I assume it is, a fucking bunny? Why does he bring eggs to my house? How does he know where I live? Same with Santa. What the fuck up? What, like, no, I don't want to know that some big fucking anthropomorphic bunny is walking around planting shit on my property. What if he plants drugs? I don't know what's in those eggs. It's weird. And also, there's no point. Like, oh, guys, it's Easter. You know what that means? We get to boil eggs and color them? Why? Why are we doing that? Oh, it's so we can hide them. Why? Why the fuck am I hiding eggs? Why is my parents hiding eggs from me so that I can go find them? Why is the Easter bunny, hiding eggs so that I can go find them? Why? What is his goal? I'm pissed. You know, I didn't know what to talk about, and then I thought about this, and honestly, I'm pretty fucking heated now. I'm mad that the fucking Easter bunny gets away with all his shit. You know, it's not even like Easter's anyone's favorite holiday. I feel like no one likes Easter, and we all just deal with it because it's like, oh yeah, you know, the Easter bunny, he's been around forever. It's like, okay, so has fucking Ebola. That doesn't mean I have to like it. Anyone else got any holidays out there that they hate? Oh, I got some more. I'm fucking actually mad. I'm heated. You're gonna have to deal with me like this. Fucking, this is gonna sound bad, but go fuck yourself. Mother's and Father's Day. What the fuck is the point of that holiday? Oh, congratulations, Mom and Dad. You made the choice to have me, or you didn't, and I'm here. Oh, sick. So that means I have to celebrate being born? No? Why the hell would I celebrate that? Or is it supposed to be an appreciation for all the things they did for me? I didn't ask to be here. You know? Oh yeah, thanks, Mom and Dad, for bringing me into this fucking awful world that you're gonna destroy in 10 years because you don't believe in climate change. Thank you. God. Like, as a kid, it's like, oh, it's Mommy's Day, it's Mother's Day. I made my mom a candle in art class. It's like, oh, that's cute, Billy. I'm really proud of you. But as an adult, it's like, hello, mother. Thanks for pushing me out your pussy, I guess. And it's like, oh yeah, no problem, son. It's like, what the fuck is the point of this holiday? Why am I here celebrating this? Oh, you should show appreciation to your parents and all the things they've done for you, motherfucker. I didn't ask to be here. I'll say it again. I don't need to be appreciative of something I didn't want. You ever hear the fucking white elephant? I killed myself. You ever hear the white elephant or the albino elephant as a gift? Old Chinese emperor used to give fucking albino elephants to people he didn't like because it was a gift from an emperor. You couldn't refuse it, and it would be, rude to be like, oh, no, emperor, I don't want it. So people just had to get this damn albino elephant, which cost a lot of money to have, but you couldn't say no. That's what a kid is. That's what a child is an albino elephant. You don't want it. You don't need it. It wastes a bunch of fucking money. And then you raise it, and you have to be like, yep, you have to appreciate me now. It's like, okay, what if I think you did a bad job? What if I don't like that you raised me this way? It's like, no, it's Mother's Day, it's Father's Day. You have to get down on your knees and love me forever because I am your parent. It's like, all right, whatever. Bit of a rant at the end there, but hey, that's Celeste quote unquote beat. Well, the voice crack at the end really fucking ruins everything, huh? But yep, that's the last level, quote unquote last level. It's where the credits start playing, but this is not the end of the game. You get a cute little cutscene here where everyone that you met along your journey comes together. I've been skipping all the cutscenes, so, whatever. But everyone comes together, and it's, oh, yeah, happy ending. And then you unlock the core, another new level. But we're going to leave it there, because this recording's gone on forever. I got a lot to cut out of it, because I'm a fucking idiot who can't talk. I don't know why I went on such a rant about holidays at the end there. You're going to have to deal with it, because I'm heated now. There are so many holidays that don't need to exist. And you know what? I'm going to call out a holiday right here that everyone loves, but it needs to be said. I don't care about Leif Erikson Day. I said it. Bye.